What's up guys, Am here. Lilith announced the patch notes and we definitely have to check that one out. So I already looked over it so the video doesn't get too long. But first of all, we're starting off with Brewster, the new 5-star Inferno. Single target DPS. So first ability, he deals damage based on attack and has a chance of inflicting defense down. That is so well needed. We have so few units who have a defense break on skill 1, and I do believe that it's very useful for quite some content. Skill 2 is basically single target stun, and if he successfully stuns, he gets a gold buff to reload and attack. If one failing, he does more damage. Yeah, that's whatever the skill. Third ability, also we're just reading the Ascensions. Gains reload attack, grants crit rate up to all allies. Yeah, but for how long? One turn, 2 turns, 3 turns? No one knows, but crit rate up isn't really a thing in the meta currently. Deals damage to one enemy based on Bruce's attacks, inflicts buff blocker. Okay, upon a crit, erases the enemy's AP. That one is actually very strong. That is actually very strong. And the question here is, does that work in PvE content? Because if that works, he's very strong for, in my opinion, for APAC. At least because you have the defense break and you can reset the boss, which helps a lot. Also, you can use him for Chronos as well. And you might be able to use him for Holo Battle. I think he has a decent kit, but I don't know if I would pull for him, to be honest. It's not like it's super insanely good. It's not bad, but it's not insanely good. Then the second one we have Ive. You can call her Ive, Ife, Iffy, whatever. I call her Ive. Also another 5-star Inferno fighter. Tail Whip. Deals damage to one enemy based on attack, poisons the enemy after poisoning. If the enemy is debuffed, casts Tail Whip again. Yeah, so that's as I said in the preview, it was probably a poison unit, like a debuff unit. I don't even understand why they made her a fighter unit and not a support control unit. Because from what I've seen here, all she does is doing debuffs, and I don't see why she's a fighter unit at all. I don't understand. Second one is deals damage to all enemies, inflicts speed down. If enemy is poisoned, inflicts miss rate up. So you have miss rate, speed down, and poison. And the third one is attacks all enemies multiple times, blah blah blah. Poison, attack down on all enemies. If enemy poison, absorbs a certain percentage of AP. So my opinion, I tell you about the two new Espers. We have to look at the captain abilities, what they have, because it's a long time since the last time we got a speed leader was Ollie, and that's like, I don't know, half a year ago. I don't believe these two units will have a speed leader. In my eyes, Ive will have accuracy lead, or maybe even defense lead, but that doesn't even make sense. I believe it's an accuracy lead and a universal one. Especially her only use basically is a Sentinel in phase 1, and Brewster, I believe, has either a universal 40% attack lead or he has a 40% holo battle attack lead, one of these two. And looking at this, I don't know if I would actually pull for them. I would say just save your pulls for the next banner. That's my honest opinion. Added the raid feature to Cube Miracle, so basically you can clear Cube Miracle faster, which is good because I think Cube is just a nuisance. It's such a boring it's so boring. You just do it every other day to clear it, to get the resource so you can buy the stuff once the Cube resets, but it's such a boring content. No one wants to do that shit. Like literally no one want to do it. And yay, Cube reset. Finally, you just do it to get the points and then you move on. So it's a good thing that they actually speed up the whole process. Okay, then Gamma, then Oros, yeah, whatever. Then we have the patch details during the event maybe blah blah blah. Can join these, etc. Okay. Yeah, well, just basic stuff for the event, what you have to do, right? To get the rewards like ability mounts and so on. Task concept, blah, blah, blah. That's nothing we want to look at. The one thing that's quite interesting is that it's a double SSM banner. So you have 2 new 5-star Espers in the SSM banner and you choose either one of them. It's quite interesting. I don't know how to feel about it, if I like it or if I dislike it. I don't know how to feel about it. We will see in the future. I don't think it's too bad having the option to get either one of them. Like the last time we had Ashley in the rate up banner and then Elliot, you had to pull in the gold record. So I do believe overall it is good because we get 2 at the same time and you can choose which one you would like to have. And from the gold records you can get it anyway. So I do believe it's a good change. Then we have sheer blah blah blah, that's the thing. Then we have warm-up match, which is good. Finally, players can win up to 30. Oh, I did not even read that. Start matchmaking, blah blah blah. As play real time from the event screen when playing warm-up match for the first time, a player's initial tier will be determined based on the current squad level for players who have participated in last warm-up match season. Their initial tier will be determined based on the highest tier last season. So since I got Apex Legend last season, I will be placed like Diamond? Then also players can win up to 30 battles per day. Upon reaching this cap, they won't be able to join warm-up match for the rest of the day. So they actually did the Summoner's War thing, because before you had unlimited battles per day. Now they're limited to 30, which is quite interesting. But I also do believe that's also not too bad, because then you have to think, it's not just a complete grind fest, but you actually have to think more, or limit, or just for people also to catch up. I think it's a good thing, and also I do believe it's a bad thing, but just limiting it down to 30 might be good, so that people cannot just grind their way to like whatever and fuck up the whole matchmaking progress or process. Then warm-up match, the ranking bronze, silver, gold, diamond, mass. Wait, what? Warm-up match. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, master, and legend. So last season we had diamond, and after diamond we got to Apex Legend, and now between diamond and Apex Legend there's master and legend as well. That's interesting. Players below diamond can deploy 4 Espers per match, and the match then begins in a 4v4 format. For diamond and above players, after both sides pick 5 Espers, they ban 1 Esper from the opponent and finally play in a 4v4 format. What kind of bullshit is that? Like, oh, we make it more noob friendly, so we make it a 4 versus 4, so you can pick either 4 units and the other one cannot even do shit about it. For people who know what they are doing, it is absolutely insanely strong. And for newer players who have no clue what they are doing, or people who are not as experienced, they will just get fucked all the time. And also, I don't like this approach, to be honest. Just of a simple reason, and that's if you're doing like you have to get into diamond first to get into the pick and ban phase of pick 5 Espers, ban 1 for a 4v4 format, people actually need the experience to know how to draft and how to pick and ban. But if there's like this gap, you have to reach diamond first to learn about pick and ban. You're in a serious disadvantage to people who are already in there for like weeks or months and know how to pick and ban. So in my opinion, that's not good. It's definitely not good. During the battle, players can send stickers and quick messages to communicate with each other. That's cool. I don't know if messages is good, but stickers is fine. Stickers is actually good, a good addition. As each victory grants tier points, players' tiers in the warm-up will be increased. Meanwhile, each failure deduct tier points. Okay, yeah. Based on players' tier, each victory grants a certain number of supply coins, which can be redeemed for the items in the tournament. Players can acquire up to 600 supply coins each week. Blah 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 blah. When players get a higher tier record for the season, they can claim the tier's rewards. Reach diamond and above to claim the season exclusives. I don't like the Lewis skin. It feels low effort. It looks better than the origin, but it still looks low effort. And I think Gabby or Tanjuan would have been a better pick for warm-up match because more people have these units. And in my opinion, hot take here, in my opinion, Gabby looks ugly as fuck. Like the whole skin is super ugly. I don't like it at all. I would have loved to have a Gabby skin which looks super dope, where like, yes, I want to grind for that skin because I cannot look at her stupid standard 200 kilo bench press skin anymore. Like, no. Then what do we have next? Collect star fragments. Yeah, that's the event stuff overall. Echo event added, rookie echo reward, a time limit, blah blah blah. Use gold records, super value. You may even grant prizes such as random legendary aspers and new shimmer attuned legendary aspers, blah blah blah. That's quite interesting because we just had the event with the use your gold records and you get like the exclusive shimmer records. And that's kind of a slap in the face. It really depends on how much you have to pull. If it's like the same like the last time, that's an extremely stupid move because people don't have 200 gold records or something like that anymore. They just don't. I don't know what they were thinking about that. So next thing we have adjustment to Astral Witchcraft. Oh, they buffed it from 20 to 25%. That's good. That's actually very good. That's good for PvE and PvP as well, because overall Astral Witchcraft isn't as strong as in other games, and that's also a nice change. So it makes Astral even more viable in PvE, and it might see more play in PvP. So in my personal opinion, I like this RNG based approach, because it spices up the gameplay. It's so boring if you do not have some sort of RNG in the game. Like you have Windwalker with speed, with attack percentage, defense percentage. It's just the same thing. It's just the same thing. The people win who have like the better stats or who are faster or whatever. With the Zeus set, at least you have some sort of RNG with the stuns, and I do believe having more RNG relics like Astral Witchcraft, if they would buff it a little bit more, that you can proc more than once, would be cool to have. Actually, I do believe. I know you can rage if someone procs a lot, but I still do believe that it's a really nice addition and it gives some sort of fresh air, because if you get your procs, you will be happy too. You're not just raging because the other one gets procs, but sometimes you also get a lot of procs and then you will be happy and laughing your ass off just because you get this a lot. So next up we have adjustments to Dislyte. Okay, so the Shadowfire bosses, I already read that one. So basically, they speed up the thing, so you can you're getting faster into the the specific phase, like Shadowfire with the minions and with the other things, with the turns you need to get and so on and so forth. Basically, which is good. So you don't take 4 minutes to clear it, maybe 3 minutes instead, or 2 minutes, whatever. And also your cooldowns will be reduced by 1, which might be good or bad depending on what kind. I do believe for Shadowfire that might actually suck, especially because Shadowfire is always well tuned, with like using Clara Dahlia or something like that, right? And reducing the cooldown might ruin your whole rotation. But I do believe for Shadow Stream and Shadow Gale, it is good because there's like a lot of random weird stuff going on. So that might actually make Shadow Gale and Shadow Stream more accessible, or getting X++ more accessible. Cube Miracle changes when Cube Miracle battle ends for the spawn. Okay, whatever. Club changes were disqualified. Okay, fine. If players get rare rewards. Okay, fine. Optimize the point war matchmaking rules for players with high tiers. Yeah, let's see if they finally open point war 17 and 18. Optimize Plaza UI. Okay. Freddy, $20. Oh, well, that was expected since we have Tangyun. So that was my patch note review with you guys. Let me know what you think about it. Do you agree with what I was saying or what I had to say? Do you think it's a good patch? Do you think it's a bad patch? I think it's a mid patch. That's my honest opinion. I think the patch is mid. I think that sums it up perfectly. Well, mid patch. Yeah. Okay, see you next time. Bye.